For some reason, this guy wanted to try and make the whole idea that I was pro Cynthia G or something weird and crazy like that. So I figured, how am I gonna do this? I guess I'll show it. First off, I wanted to show you see all these videos here being one Cynthia G against Cynthia G, another one against Cynthia G, another one. What I'm known for is attacking Cynthia G. Okay, before you go on a platform and assume people have certain perspectives, why don't you actually pay attention? For me personally, a main part of my channel is attacking Cynthia G and her supporters. Basically, I've said this before, I go after Taz, I go after Cynthia G, I go after Nyla Says, I go after Woman Sphere. Some would even say I go after Chris Logic. I do not really. I'm neutral towards Chris Logic, honestly. But someone I've totally not gone after. Well, there's one person in the Cynthia G sector, but I wouldn't say she's off limits. It's just that the videos I've seen of hers, well, they were political, and I didn't have anything against what she had to say. So that's my perspective on that. Now, on the whole thing about her abort blackmail babies, this, like I said, that was a major part of my channel, was talking against Cynthia G and her hate for black men. I think it's really sick for people to actually want to be with black men, be attracted to black men or whatever the hell is going on, and actually want to try to bash black men. That to me is so weird, It is really weird, Now, so that's what I mean. You're trying to act like I had an issue or tried to be like Cynthia G. This is the whole idea of divestors, and you put us with the fence sitters, and it's like, we're not a part of the same thing. The reason I'm not attracted to you guys, it's because honestly, black men to me look like females. And I tell you this in my post too. I specifically say, it's the feminine features you have. High cheekbones, full lips, soft brow nose, no brow ridge, almond-shaped eyes, and so forth. You look like a carbon copy of my mother. If I was attracted to someone who had my mother's face, wouldn't I be a fucked up individual? Everybody always says they would agree, but then you get upset because I'm not attracted to you. Well, sweetie, no one is forced to fuck you, okay? That's just the end of the story, And, honestly, for me, from my perspective, if we're going to be going into it completely, it's not just the face. Let's be honest. A dark-skinned black person doesn't have the same features as a light-skinned black person does have, or a person who is brown-skinned or light brown-skinned, so to speak, like myself. Many of the time, dark-skinned black men, actually all the time, dark-skinned black men have nipples, penises, and things of that nature that basically look just like crap to me. I don't have genitals that are dark. Mine are pink. I don't have nipples that are dark. They're just a regular tan color. So I mean, it's pretty normal to want what you have. Also, you guys can't give me children that look like me. This is why you're all in my comments talking about how I don't look like you. I don't look like you. I will not have any children that look like you if I don't have children with people that look like you. That tells you how much I am happy with what I look like, and I don't want to look like you. I know you guys get offended by this because the reason you do is because you need validation. But you don't need to be looking for validation for your skin tone within me when I can't even give you value to your dark skin. I don't have dark skin. How can I put value on a thing I don't have? Why don't you put value on yourself? But you don't do that. What you do instead is degrade yourself, attack yourself, get mad at yourself, and then get mad at me because I'm less dark than you, you know. And it's just annoying, you know. So when you talk about white people being better or whatever than a certain complexion, it makes me feel like this. I'm at a point where, okay, if I am believing in this so-called hierarchy, then I would feel good when I'm talking to you. You're not a white person, right? So what you are essentially saying is that you're less than me. So how am I supposed to feel bad about this? You are dark-skinned. I am not dark-skinned. You know, when it comes to white skin between me, you, and white people, my skin tone is much closer to white skin. So if I was to believe in that, you're actually putting yourself beneath me. You see, I'm not the type who's gonna look over there because you're feeling insecure about yourself. That's just not the way I roll. I'm gonna pay attention to who's saying it and the source. The source is someone who's saying they feel less than white people. That's why they're trying to act like white people are better. Now, on to the whole skin tone thing. No, personally for me, when I attack you, it's not personally to my own skin tone. That's why I'm pointing out I don't have the same skin tone as you, sweetie. That's the whole thing. You guys are killing yourselves trying to bleach to be my color. If white people tanning themselves to death to be my color. From my perspective, there's plenty of dark-skinned black men who have the same color as shit to me, and there are plenty of white people who have the same color as pigs and pork. So, I mean, y'all both have some ugly shit going on. If I had to choose, of course, I say the dark skin is much prettier, much more beautiful, you know, but it's more feminine, honestly, and gorgeous on a dark-skinned black woman. On a black man, it looks dirty and it looks shitty, being completely honest, because you have an organ that looks literally like the same shape as feces, and then you topple that off with having the color of feces, and you literally have just something that is a real living looking shit wad attached to your crotch. And you mean to tell me, as someone who doesn't have that color, that's not going to be my norm, because that's not my skin tone, that I'm supposed to see that as a norm? How? All you're doing is showing me why I should feel better than you, which I already feel. But you're just telling me you see it too. You might not understand completely why I love being me, but you understand what I am is better than you. So you understand half of it. You try and focus on the white people. White people, I guess you could say that has to do with power, I guess you could say. But then again, to me, from my perspective, I don't see it that way because I am of Nigerian descent. When you are of conquered descent, it's different than when you are of Nigerian descent. Nigerians are academically superior. They're financially superior. They're actually morally superior, less likely to even go to jail than white people. So, you know, that's how I see it. I don't really see that whole thing about being less than. You feel that way because you come from the projects. You don't know better. You know, you think statistically you're less than. Now, also on the other thing, you're trying to say that I am Hispanic or something like that. Stupid as fuck. Like I said, this is the same thing as the Cynthia G thing. You're not paying attention to my platform. You really aren't paying attention to my platform. The first thing, like I said, with the whole thing about Cynthia G, everybody knows most of my channel is focused on tearing Cynthia G limb from limb on one issue or another, saying get off the damn black dick or shut your fucking mouth. That's my message basically about Cynthia G. Get off the black dick or stop. Or stop talking about it. stop talking about them. Because why are you crap talking about somebody who's sleeping with you? You let them fuck you. So if you let them fuck you, you are more of a fool than anybody else, So that's why, to me, I have no respect for Cynthia G. Same thing with this whole thing about Latinas. Of course, I never want to be Hispanic. You are having an issue because I think you're thinking my name is Hispanic, so you're thinking I want to be Hispanic. No, I specifically have said a lot of things about Hispanics, and now I start to see Hispanics a certain way. So, that's not really what's going on there at all. I was taught kind of to see Hispanics very racist compared to white people. And of course, black people. I wasn't taught to see black people in a racist way. I've always been taught that black people need to see their potential, And black people like you don't need to be seeing themselves as less than light-skinned black people, brown-skinned black people, white people. You need to see yourself as good enough as yourself, It doesn't matter about the fact that I don't find you attractive and I never will find you appealing sexually. I'm saying as a human being, as a black person, I do wish the best for black men because they're a part of our race. There's no hate for me against black men. That's not my lane. My lane is a lack of attraction. And you can be mad because someone doesn't want to fuck you. But now you just look bitter because I'm just one of those people who's not obligated to fuck you and doesn't want to fuck you and will never want to fuck you. So that's just more of the situation there. As far as white people, I don't have any hate towards white women, white men, or anything of that nature. I've said this before. If I'm interested and I have always dated white men, why would I hate white women? It makes no sense to me. Now, you saying that people want to be white women or whatever, that's kind of weird to me too, because it's like, everything I post specifically celebrates dark-skinned black women. So I don't understand what you mean by that, sweetie. Yeah, I think you're externalizing your own problems about being a black man who is seen as inferior to white men and other races. The reason you black men feel inferior to other races is because every other race looks like a man and you look like a woman. You look exactly like women. Your face is exactly like a woman. From your full lips, your high cheekbones, your soft round nose, your almond-shaped eyes, your lack of a brow ridge, your forehead that's round, your jaw that's round, your hairline that's round, your big booty, your hairless body. What do you have that is masculine? I've been asking this since the beginning of my channel. If you can bring it up, please let me know. What masculine feature do you have as a black man? You won't be able to point it out. Just like the rest can never point it out. All you can ever try to say is that you're an animal. This just goes back to how much you hate yourself. That got nothing to do with whether you're masculine or not. You just told me you hated yourself. I already know that. I've already been chronicling out why you hate yourself. Now what? I already get it. Now, next thing. There's another comment here. Which one? Oh, this one. Yes, this was a very important one. Oh God, I'm running out of battery and I'm running out of time, but let's try and do this last part. You tried to say I was a black Hebrew Israelite. That was so weird. To me, it was like, two things. One, black Hebrew Israelites. I've had roommates that were black Hebrew Israelites. Literally didn't want to treat me like a black woman. Hated me because I was lighter skinned. Hated me because of my facial features. Specifically like my nose and stuff like that. She'd make comments about it and stuff. And they definitely hate Muslims. So I do not know what you're talking about, black Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Muslim. I'm not a black Hebrew Israelite. In our religion, we don't really care about race like that. We're taught that race doesn't really matter. Black Hebrew Israelites are weirdos, so I must say, I don't understand why they think they're Jewish while being black. I don't understand what's going on there. It seems like a big, huge group of people who have mental illness, but that's just my perspective. I don't mean to jump on anyone's toes who's a Hebrew Israelite who's watching my channel, not causing any issues or anything, but I really don't understand you guys. And honestly, in my past experiences with you guys, I had a roommate who was like this. Like I said, she hated me racially. And then when she found out that I was Muslim, oh, it was on. It only took a couple days until she tried to back me into a corner and tried to fight me. So, yeah. That's just my experience on that. I've had another black Hebrew Israelite that was a guy. He had some issues with me too. You know, I don't know what it is. I think they are colorist, honestly. I think black Hebrew Israelites are colorist, and they have an issue with people who are lighter skinned, I think. But I don't really know for sure. It's just a hunch I have going on there. Yeah. But yeah, I do not like black Hebrew Israelites at all. So I kind of find it weird why you would talk about them, but yeah. I'm a Muslim. We were talking about Jesus in the last thing as if like Jesus would mean like something like God or something. I don't believe in any man being God at all. I don't believe in the whole idea like you guys believe in his image. We don't really believe things like that. We don't believe that at all. We believe like that God is an omnipotent power, omnipresent power. He is all-knowing, and he has greatness we cannot even comprehend, and he created everything in this world. You have to understand what it took to create this world, the galaxies, the universe, the earth. It would not be any man with magical powers. You guys are so funny thinking that. It's like some childish thought that some little guy with like some magical powers just started waving his wand and things happened. That's not really like the truth. I think God is way more than any random raggedy ass human. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. The way I was raised was to see humans as kind of like slaves compared to God. Nothing comparable at all. No relation or anything of that nature. No commonality in phenotype or anything, So that's why I'm just trying to point that out with the whole thing about black Hebrew Israelites and things of that nature. I said I was Muslim. I don't know why you started thinking of black Hebrew Israelites, but yeah, I've had some issues though with them in the past. Some of them have been very Islamophobic to me in the past, and many of them have been racist and colorist against me, matter of fact. So that's all I have to say. Lastly, I think it's so funny, like with this whole divested black woman complaint. You guys come from a script. Understand who you're talking to. Don't go talking to me about abortion when you're talking to a conservative pro-life woman who goes after black women for abortions. Don't talk to me about Cynthia G when I go after Cynthia G. My most popular video on Cynthia G is my most popular video in general is attacking Cynthia G. So, like, you guys trying to make up stuff and trying to come up with stuff. It's like, understand who you're talking to. Otherwise, you're going to seem ignorant and stupid because you're going after someone who, doesn't have any of this perspective. And anyone can look on my channel and see that's not how I view things. So making it up is just making you look lame. So that's all I have to say on that. I'm going to be done, I guess. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.